Welcome to opening day of Great Teams of the Past Season 2, APBA Baseball. They're great teams of the past, purchased a lot of the sets, organized them by era. Season 2 features teams from 1919 to 1930. During Season 1, it was the 1912 New York Giants that brought home the pennant. They went 21-11, beating the 1917 Chicago White Sox and the 1911 Philadelphia Athletics by 2 games. Here, we've got 9 new teams from 1919 to 1930. It's a 32-game schedule. Each team plays 4 games against the other 8 teams. Here, opening day, we've got the 1922 St. Louis Browns at the 1927 New York Yankees. Other Week 1 matchups include the 1920 Cleveland Indians at the 1919 Cincinnati Reds, got the 1925 Washington Senators and the 1930 St. Louis Cardinals, and the 1922 New York Giants against the 1929 Chicago Cubs. It's 9 teams in the league, so each team will be off 1 week, and our Week 1 bye goes to the 1927 Pittsburgh Pirates. So opening day here at Yankee Stadium, 22 Browns against the 27 Yankees. Let's meet the starting lineups for the Browns. Leading off, Jack Tobin in right field, Wally Gerber is the shortstop, George Sisler at first base, Ken Williams in left field, Baby Doll Jacobson in center field, Marty McManus at second base, Hank Severide is the catcher, Frank Ellerby at third base, and the starting pitcher is Urban Shocker. For the 27 Yankees, Murderers Row, they'll lead off with Earl Combs in center field, Mark Koenig is the shortstop, Babe Ruth in right field, Lou Gehrig at first base, Bob Musial in left field, Tony Lazzeri at second base, Joe Dugan at third base, Pat Collins is the catcher, and Herb Pennock will be the starting pitcher. Might be wondering why Waite Hoyt is not on the mound on opening day. Well, set the starting pitchers randomly, so he'll actually be starting game 4. Herb Pennock drew today. One of the, I don't know if it's an oddity, but one of the things that happens from time to time with these teams is there are players that will be appearing for both teams. And in fact, Urban Shocker, today's starting pitcher for the Browns, he'll be starting game 2 for the Yankees. So we'll see him twice in a row. But let's get started. Top of the first, St. Louis Browns will come to the plate. Browns went 93-61 in 1922, finished second in the American League, 1 game behind the New York Yankees. Jack Tobin will lead it off against Herb Pennock. And the first pitch of the season is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop, handled by Mark Koenig, and 1 out. Wally Gerber comes up for the Browns. Nobody on, 1 out, rolls a 36. That's going to be a pop-up in the infield, taken by Tony Lazzeri at second base for the 2nd out. George Sisler now comes to the plate, batted .420 in 1922, 3rd highest batting average of the century, had a 41-game hitting streak this season. A lot of hit opportunities on this card. And in fact, he's going to get one as he rolls 33. So re-roll in the second column. Re-roll the red die since it got hung up in the corner. And that's a 42, which rolls a 2. And it's going to be a 2-out triple by George Sisler. So perhaps 2-out rally here for the Browns. Runner on third base for Ken Williams. Ken Williams, .332 average, 39 home runs, 37 stolen bases, first major league ever to go 30-30. So chance to get them on the board. So 35, a 9 against the B pitcher. Single through the shortstop. Runner scores. Batter's out at second, trying to stretch it into a double. So Ken Williams singles home the first run of the season, but then thrown out at second, 7-6. So that's it for the Browns, top of the first. They go 1 run on 2 hits. George Sisler's triple, the big hit, followed by Ken Williams' RBI single. And now it's the Yankees' turn in the bottom of the first. Earl Combs leads off at a .356 in 1927. And the first Yankee at bat is going to be strikeout. Urban Shocker strikes out Earl Combs for the first out. Mark Koenig comes to the plate. 16, 28. He has a ground ball to Wally Gerber at short and is retired for the second out. Babe Ruth, he of the 60 home run season. He is going to draw a 2-out walk and bring to the plate Lou Gehrig. 2 outs, runner on first for the Yankees. That is a 12 and would be a double play, but there are 2 outs, so ground ball to second base for the third out of the inning. So we've played 1 inning, and the St. Louis Browns lead the Yankees 1-0. In the top of the second, it's Baby Doll Jacobson at .317 in 1922. 56 is 40. And that will be a foul ball. 23, 26, ground ball to second base. Sari scoops it up, throws over to first for the first out of the inning. Marty McManus, second baseman, .312 average. And that is a 66, but double column for McManus, so we will re-roll to see what kind of hit he gets. 43, it's a 6, so a 1-out double by Marty McManus. Hank Severide comes to the plate. Runner on second, 1 out. 52 is a 27. Ground out to the third baseman, Joe Dugan. He holds McManus at second base and gets the second out. So still a runner on second, 2 outs. Frank Ellerby at the plate. He rolls a 44, which is an 8, but against Herb Pennock, a B pitcher, that's just going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. He'll throw over to first for the third out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the second. Yankees still trail 1-0. Bob Musial, the number 5 hitter, he'll lead off. Musial, .337 average. 46, and that's going to be another strikeout for Shocker. Musial goes down swinging. Tony Lazzeri hit .309 in 1927. He'll roll a 15. That should be something good, and it is. That's going to be a base hit into left field, followed by a stolen base. So Lazzeri's on first. He'll steal second, and the Yankees have something going with a runner on second and 1 out for Joe Dugan, the third baseman, at .269 in 1927. 64 is 13, another strikeout for Urban Shocker. And now there's 2 away. Pat Collins comes to the plate. 53 is an 18. Both teams are fielding 2, so that is going to end up being a ground ball to the shortstop. That will be the third out of the inning. 2 complete now. Browns still lead 1-0. Urban Shocker leads off the top of the third. 54, 32. That's going to be a fly out to right in the first out of the inning. And we're back to the top of the order for the Browns. Jack Tobin, the right fielder, grounded out his first time up. He will ground out again. This one going to Lazzeri at second base. Wally Gerber comes up with 2 outs. He flew out his first time up. 15 ought to be something good, and it is. 10, he singles into center field. And that's the 4th hit for the Browns here in the 3rd inning. So Gerber's on board. Runner on first with 2 outs for George Sisler. Sisler tripled and scored in the 1st inning. This time, however, he is going to be struck out. Herb Pennock gets the 3rd out via the K. And now Pennock will lead off here in the bottom of the 3rd for the Yankees. And he is going to do something good here to help himself. That'll be a 9 against the B pitcher. He's going to lead off the 3rd inning with a single. And that takes us back to the top of the order for the Yankees. Earl Combs comes up, no outs, runner on first. 45 is a 14, which would be a walk, but Shocker is a Z pitcher, so 2 balls on Combs. 55 is a 7, that'll be something good against the B pitcher. Single by Combs into right field. Pennock will advance to 3rd base. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Mark Koenig coming to the plate. Fives and 9 might be something good, and yes, it is. Single over shortstop, 1 scores, and Earl Combs go to 2nd, so we are tied up on Mark Koenig's RBI single. And chances for more here as runners are on 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Heart of the order coming up, Babe Ruth, who walked his 1st appearance. This time, however, he is going to hit a fly ball to left field, not deep enough to do anything. They'll stay at 1st and 2nd, and that's the 1st out of the inning. Lou Gehrig's turn now. Grounded out the 1st time up. And he is going to hit another ground ball, and it's not a good one for the Yankees. It's a comebacker to the pitcher. Throws to short. The shortstop covering 2nd base. Over the 1st. Double play. So Browns get out of the jam, only giving up the 1 run. And now, after 3 innings, we are tied. Browns 1, Yankees 1. Top of the 4th, Ken Williams will lead off. He singled and drove in the Browns' first run in the 1st inning. He will draw a lead-off walk. Baby Doll Jacobson grounded out his 1st time up. He hits a fly ball to left field. Bob Musial is under it and 1 away. Marty McManus doubled in his 1st appearance. Runner on 1st with 1 out. That'll be something good because he rolls a 7 against the B pitcher. That's a single into right field, advancing Ken Williams to 3rd base. So 1st and 3rd, 1 out for Hank Severide. Five hits now for the Browns. Might be another one here because 15's a 7. Nope, against the B pitcher. That's going to turn into a sacrifice fly. So that is the 2nd out, but it does drive home the go-ahead run. So Williams will score on Severide's sacrifice fly to center field. So with 2 outs, Frank Ellerby comes to the plate. 0 for 1. one's a 9 against the B pitcher. That's another base hit. Infield single moves Marty McManus to second base. 6 hits already for St. Louis. Urban Shocker comes to the plate now with 2 outs. See if the pitcher can do anything to help himself. And he does. He rolls a 66, which puts him on the second column, and most assuredly, this is going to score another run for the Browns. 52 is a 6, which is a double. Both runners are going to score unless the runner on first is slow. Ellerby is not slow, so double for Urban Shocker. 2 runs score, and now it is 4-1 St. Louis. Jack Tobin's 0 for 2. 2 outs, runner on second. And the Yanks will finally get out of the inning. Ground ball to second base. Lazzeri throws it over to Gehrig for the 3rd out. So 3 runs for the Browns there in the 4th inning. Urban Shocker had a big hit. And now the Yankees find themselves in quite a hole. Bob Musial, leading off the bottom of the 4th, struck out his first time up. 44, that'll be a good start here for the Yankees. He singles into right field. And they have a runner on board with nobody out. Tony Lazzeri's turn. Singled his first time up. This time, however, he is going to pop it up behind the plate, and the catcher, Hank Severide, will catch it in foul territory for the first out. Joe Dugan now, runner on first. 39, runner caught stealing, so wasted out there for the Yankees. Bob Musial attempts to steal. He is thrown out by Hank Severide, and now there are 2 outs with nobody on. Joe Dugan still at the plate. And Dugan hits a ground ball to Marty McManus at second base. Over to Sisler for the 3rd out. And now we are through 4 innings. Still St. Louis 4, New York 1. Wally Gerber, 1 for 2, leads off the top of the 5th. Fly ball to left field. Bob Musial's got it for the first out. George Sisler tripled in the first inning, then struck out. This time, he's going to hit a ground ball. Mark Koenig's got it at shortstop, over to first for the 2nd out of the inning. And now Ken Williams with 2 outs. And he is going to roll a 66. That is a blast to right field, and it is out of here. Ken Williams, solo home run, first homer of the season. He had 39 of them in 1922. He's got one here today. 5-1 St. Louis Browns here in the 5th. Baby Doll Jacobson now, 2 outs. And that'll be the 3rd out. Pops it up to the infield. Tony Lazzeri's got it at second base. And that's the 3rd out, but not before another run scores on the Ken Williams home run. 5-1 St. Louis, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Pat Collins will lead it off. And he will get something started with a walk. Herb Pennock comes to the plate. 5 runs and 8 innings in 5 runs and 8 hits in 5 innings. Do we pinch hit for him? we pinch hit for him. Down 5-1. Yeah, why not? So we're going to remove Herb Pennock from the game. And we will bring Ray Morehart in to pinch hit. Runner on first, nobody out for the pinch hitter. Morehart, 256 hitter in 1927. And ground ball to second base. They'll just get the lead runner out. So Collins is out at second. Morehart reaches base on the fielder's choice. Back to the top of the order for the Yankees. Earl Combs, 1 for 2 today. And again, they're going to get a 1 out of it. Come back to the pitcher, throw to second for the first out. Combs is safe at first. Two outs now. Yankees still struggling to get much going here. Mark Koenig will come up. He's 1 for 2 today. Reroll the white dice. It's hung up in the corner. 21's a 30. Fly ball to left field, but routine. Ken Williams has it for the third out. So Murderer's Row not accomplishing much so far here today. We've played 5 innings. St. Louis ahead 5-1. St. Louis has 8 hits. The Yankees just 5. Now we need to find a new pitcher for the Yankees. Herb Pennock chased after 5 innings. And we will I'm going to go with Bob Shockey out of the pen. All right, so Shockey here in the top of the 6th will face Marty McManus. McManus 2 for 2 already. Not going to get a third hit here as he is going to be struck out by Shockey. Shockey, a K pitcher. And that is the first out of the inning. Hank Severide 0 for 1. Also had sacrifice fly in the 4th inning. And another K, so second straight strikeout for Bob Shockey. Frank Ellerby comes up, and Shockey strikes out the side. So 1, 2, 3 inning for the Yankees. They needed that. Now we've got Ruth Garrigan Musel coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Ruth, though, can't do anything. Ground ball to second base. And easy play to get the first out. Lou Gehrig's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs. And this time he is going to hit it into the outfield, but routine fly ball to center. Baby Doll Jacobson has it. That is out number 2. So Bob Musel's 1 for 2 today. 62, 26. Ground ball to second base. And an easy 1, 2, 3 inning for Urban Shocker. He's pitched very well through 6, only allowing 1 run and 5 hits. And 6 innings completes. Still St. Louis 5, New York 1. Here is Urban Shocker to lead off the top of the 7th. 329. That'll be a ground ball back to Shockey, and pitcher has it. Throws it over to first for the first out. Jack Tobin, 3 groundouts so far today. And this time he's going to do something positive. He singles into right field. And the Browns have their 9th hit of the game and a runner on first base with 1 out. Wally Gerber is going to come up. And Gerber 1 for 3 today. But with Sisler coming up next, Gerber's going to look to lay down a bunt. And he will, because the 7 is a very good number. Sacrifice. First baseman picks it up, throws it to the second baseman who's covering first. So he is retired, but the sacrifice does advance Jack Tobin to second base. And that gives George Sisler a chance with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. Sisler's 1 for 3, had that triple in the first inning. 56, not going to get it done. That's a K. Bob Shockey strikes him out for the 3rd out of the inning. So 9 outs left for the Yankees to try to get something here. Bottom of the 7th, Tony Lazzeri will lead off. He has singled and flown out. He is going to fly out again as he hits into left field. Ken Williams will catch it. 1 away. Joe Dugan now for the Yankees. For 2 is a 22, fielding 2, so ground ball to Sisler at first base. He'll pick it up, toss it over to Shocker, who's covering first, and the batter's retired for the 2nd out. Collins now, 0 for 1 with a walk, and he will draw his 2nd walk of the game, bringing up Bob Shockey. So I think we will pinch hit for Shockey again. Pinch hit for the pitcher again. Bring up Johnny Grabowski. Hit for Shockey. 2 outs. See if the pinch hitter can do anything. 31's a 9 against a B pitcher. And yep, that's a good result. Infield single. Moves Collins over to second base. And so the Yankees now, runners on first and second, and back to the top of the order for Earl Combs. He's 1 for 3. 1 for 3 today. What can Combs do? Might be something good here. It's a 7. Single into left field. Runner on second scores unless he's slow. And unfortunately, Collins is slow, so didn't say anything ahead of time. So Collins tries to score, and bad move as he is thrown at it home for the 3rd out. Third base coach probably should have held him up. So play single, tagged out at home, 7-2, and that's the 3rd out. Unfortunate there for the Yankees. And now we go to the 8th. We need to find a new pitcher for the Yankees. And we'll see more in. We'll see more replaces Shockey on the mound here in the 8th. Ken Williams will lead it off. He is 2 for 2. The walk, solo home run. And here he is against Wilcie Moore. And an 8, which would normally be good, but Wilcie Moore is an A-rated pitcher, so that is just going to be an infield pop-up taken by the 3rd baseman, Joe Dugan. Baby Doll Jacobson, 0 for 3 today. And the 33 is going to be another infield pop-up, this one to Lazzeri at second base. And now there are 2 gone. Marty McManus is 2 for 3 with a double and a single. 55 is a good number. It's a 7, and that'll be a base hit. Brown's 10th of the game. Hank Severide 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. He will hit a fly ball into center field. Earl Combs is under it, and that is the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Koenig, Ruth, and Gehrig coming up for the Yankees. Koenig leads it off. And he hits a ball into shallow left. Wally Gerber, the shortstop, goes out and gets it, calls for it, and catches it for the 1st out. Babe Ruth is 0 for 2 with a walk. And still can't get anything going. Fly ball to center. Baby doll Jacobson has it. 2 away. Lou Gehrig's 0 for 3. And he is going to go to 0 for 4 as he hits a fly ball to deep right field, but Jack Tobin is going to track it down for the 3rd out. So Murderer's Row, anything but for the Yankees here on opening day. Browns lead 5-1 going to the 9th inning. We'll see more in his 2nd inning of work. We will start with the number 8 hitter, Frank Ellerby, 1 for 3 today. And that is an 8, but against the A pitcher, pop up to 3rd base, and Joe Dugan's got it for the 1st out. Urban Shockers 1 for 3, had a big double earlier in the contest to score a couple runs. And he may once again do something positive with a 25, which is a 9, but against the A pitcher, nope. Ground ball to shortstop. Koenig over to 1st for the 2nd out. And now Jack Tobin back to the top of the order for the 5th time today. Jack Tobin 1 for 4. And now he is 2 for 5 as he will have a 2-out single, keeping the inning going for the Browns. Wally Gerber 1 for 3, had a single, also had a sacrifice bunt. 2 outs, runner on 1st. 45 is a 14, which could have been a walk, but more is a Z pitcher, so 2 balls to Gerber. And Gerber rolls the 11. So we are going to the 2nd column. Good chance somebody's going to score right here with 2 outs. 31's a 2. That is a triple to right field. Gerber speeds around the bases. He drives in Tobin from 1st base. And it is 6-1 St. Louis. Chance for more here with George Sisler coming to the plate. Just 1 for 4 today. Had that triple back in the 1st inning, but it's also struck out twice since then. Good result here for Sisler, though. He will single into center field, scoring Wally Gerber for the Browns' 7th run of the game. Sisler is going to follow that up with a stolen base. So he is now on 2nd with 2 out. Ken Williams comes up, 2 for 3 with a home run. Also has a walk. But the Yankees will get out of it. He flies out to left. Musil's got it for the 3rd out. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Yankees, who find themselves way behind, 7-1 Browns. Bob Musil coming up first. He will take a leadoff walk from Urban Shocker, looking to finish this one off. Yankees have a runner on board, nobody out for Tony Lazzeri. Good roll for Lazzeri, 11, which is a 4, which is a triple. Lazzeri tripling into left field and makes it around the bases. Musil will score from first. So all of a sudden now 7-2. Yankees looking to have what would be an unbelievable rally, but they got the first run out of the way. Still nobody out. Lazzeri's on third base. Joe Dugan comes to the plate. Dugan 0 for 3. And he rolls an 11. And now, on the second roll, 61's a 6. Double column cards use number 5 result, which is a double. So he doubles to right. And now, the Yankees are in business 7-3 on the Dugan double. Still nobody out. Pat Collins comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. That's not going to get it done, though. Shallow fly ball to center field. Jacobson has it. Dugan stays on second base. And 1 out. We're back to the pitcher slot, so need another pinch hitter for the Yankees. This time it'll be Mike Gazzella. Gazzella, 278 hitter. It's got Joe Dugan on second base with 1 out. 7-3 now, St. Louis. 42 is a 14, so Gazzella will draw a walk. We are back to the top of the order. Earl Combs comes up. He is 2 for 4. .56, and Combs is going to be struck out for the second time today, and that is out number 2. Yankees down to their final out. Mark Koenig, he is 1 for 4. Need something positive to keep this game alive. He is not going to do it. He is going to hit a fly ball into left field. Easy catch for Ken Williams, and that is the ball game. St. Louis Browns win on opening day. The 22 Browns, 7 runs on 13 hits, no errors, 6 runners left on base. 27 Yankees, 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors, 8 runners left on base. Winning pitcher is Urban Shocker. Losing pitcher is Herb Pennock. Let's look at the individual stats. Marty McManus had 3 hits for the Browns. Top 4 hitters in the St. Louis lineup all had 2 hits. Tobin, Gerber, Sisler, and Williams. Total of 13 hits. Ken Williams had a home run, drove in 2 runs. Urban Shocker, the starting pitcher, also drove in 2 runs with a double. Shocker's line, 9 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, survived 5 walks, struck out 4. For the Yankees, Earl Combs and Tony Lazzeri were the only players with 2 hits. And Herb Pennock, as we said, took the loss. He gave up 5 runs and 8 hits and 1 walk in 5 innings while only striking out 1. Bob Shockey and Will Seymour both pitched 2 innings in relief. So that's it from Yankee Stadium on opening day, where the St. Louis Browns surprised the Yankees with a 7-3 victory. We'll be back with more coverage later. If you'd like to check out the box score and all of the recaps from here of the Browns and Yankees series, you can do so on my website. That's rogersportsgames.com. Hope you enjoyed opening day here and my first APBA Baseball video. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for future contests. Appreciate that. So thanks for watching.